It is now harder than ever before to stay disciplined and focused on what you're supposed to do because you constantly see half-naked girls on the internet. But every time you get that urge to pull down your pants and play with yourself, you are setting yourself back from your actual goals. You might not think this is affecting you, but it actually is. I can actually prove that your brain is fried from all the degeneracy you are watching. The reason you are not where you want to be in life is because you are wasting your energy on things that don't even matter. Every time you decide to deviate from your goals, you are letting others beat you in life. Some people understand that in order to get what you want out of life, you have to put yourself in certain situations that others are not willing to sacrifice. In this video, I want to tell you exactly what happens when you spend the majority of your day deciding to jerk off and wasting a perfectly good day. I want you to think about what I am about to tell you every time you feel like jerking off. You can thank me later when you see life from a whole different perspective. You are destined for more than what you actually believe. But the reason you are too scared to go for what you actually want is because you are afraid to put yourself out there. The honest truth is that nobody really cares what you decide to do with your life, and your anxiety is at an all-time high because you're afraid to talk to people. Your confidence is non-existent because you prefer to jerk off to women who don't even know you exist. How do you expect to have any sort of confidence if you are watching other people bang the women you wish you could bang? Your entire mindset is completely messed up, and you will never get anywhere in life unless you decide to rewire your brain. I guarantee if you had everything you've ever wanted in life and worked towards becoming better every day, you would never have the urge to jerk off because you would be super busy. Only losers jerk off to a screen because they have convinced themselves that they will never accomplish anything. They gave up before they even started, and these types of people will slow you down if you hang out with them. Stop hanging around with people who only focus on partying and drinking every single weekend. This is escaping reality, and you will feel empty inside every time you engage in these types of activities, because you know deep down you are not accomplishing anything. Depression is only real if you allow it to be real. It is not a disease you catch from the sky one day for no reason. How can you not be depressed if you're broke and you jerk off every day? The minute you decide to change your life, you will notice a big change in how you feel. This might anger a lot of you, but I don't care because somebody needs to be honest with you. We live in a world where we cuddle each other and tell each other it's okay to be sad and that it's okay to be a loser. You will be depressed your entire life because you are a loser, and no matter how many pills you take to try and avoid this situation, reality will hit you hard when you find out how crap your life is. But what kind of man would I be if I didn't try to help the people who are tired of their current situation and finally want to make a change? I want you to follow your dreams and become the strongest possible version of yourself. Because the more strong-minded men we have in the world, the more we will see a shift in the victim mindset that many men suffer from nowadays. Now I will tell you exactly what you need to do to become a winner in life, and you will never want to jerk off ever again because you will not find a need to do so. I'm not holding back in this video, so make sure you take out a notebook and pen because this information can be life-changing. The first piece of advice is to plan what you want to happen before you write it down on a whiteboard. Sometimes as men, we don't know what we want out of life because sometimes it can seem overwhelming and there's too much going on. If your goal is to be successful from a financial standpoint, how do you plan on achieving this goal? Is it going to take having to cut off certain people in your life, or do you have to change your environment for this to happen? This can seem very minor, but it can greatly affect how you handle your life. You have to have a strong why in life. Why do you want certain things? How bad do you want it? Is your why strong enough to sacrifice whatever it takes to accomplish certain things? Figuring out your why is the first thing you need to think about before you write down how you plan to achieve this. This is all about you. Forget about what others will think. The reality is that you're going to have to give up the things you are currently doing if you want to change from what you are doing. I don't think enough people understand that it is going to take really hard steps to get what you want. A lot of people expect change really quickly, but they don't change anything about how they are currently living. It's all a mindset type of thing. A lot of people say they are going to do something but never do it. The majority of people never take raw action, and they lie to themselves all the time. People find it difficult to say no to a lot of things because the normal thing to do is to go out with your friends and talk about how you wish you had a certain amount of money. It's crazy to me how people do the same thing every single day and expect a different result. You end up being trapped in a job you hate and then come up with excuses as to why you couldn't get what you wanted. If your why is strong enough, I guarantee you would do whatever it takes if you're serious about your life. You need to brainwash yourself into success, even if you're not where you want to be today. If you write down your goals and you see them every day in big letters, it is a reminder to yourself that you still have a lot of work to do. Brutal determination and consistency are impossible to beat. It is impossible to fail if you have these two things. The second thing you need to do is to build a genuine connection with a girl. Before I continue, I don't want you to ever put a girl over your goals. No girl will ever be special enough to sacrifice your goals for. But girls are important to speak to during your free time because you need to further understand how females operate. As a man, we become the best version of ourselves to provide and protect for what we care about. You need to find a woman in your life who you can have children with. Jerking off makes you lose the motivation to want to talk to real girls, and you will end up being lonely in the end. The more girls you speak to, the more options you will have, and you won't find the need to jerk off. Many men get into a relationship with a woman who doesn't even deserve a relationship, and that's why women nowadays are super entitled. Whenever you rush into a relationship with a girl you barely know, it shows how desperate you are. And it also lets people know that you rarely ever get action with girls. Guys who have options aren't desperate to get with a girl because they prioritize more important things in their lives. Why would you try to get into a relationship with a girl if you're a fat, lazy slob? You don't deserve a relationship if you're not in shape and if you are broke. If you focus on getting more money and talking to more women, I promise you that your life will get a lot better. We are social creatures. You can't just walk through life only making money and jerking off whenever you get horny. So the next time you feel like jerking off, just imagine your dreams fading away and never accomplishing what you promised yourself. You need to be laser focused on what you want and not let anything distract you from it. I want you to become the best version of yourself so you can prove to the ones who never believed in you that you are better than them. Life can be very fun without having to party and drink all the time. You need competition in your life so you can prove to others that you are better than them. Stop living a comfortable life. It will get you nowhere, and you will end up depressed because there's no excitement in your life. Focus on making money and stay busy, because the only reason you are jerking off is because you have no purpose and you feel empty inside. Delete your social media. Trust me, you're not missing out on anything. Nobody cares what you are doing, and you shouldn't care what others are doing as well. Everyone has their own problems, and once you realize this, you will care less about what others think about you. Get rid of all temptations. The devil is trying to take over your mind, and every time you jerk off, you are letting the devil beat you. You need to be strong in all areas of life. It is the only way you will win. You are the only person who can make this work, and you are also the only one who can mess up this opportunity. Take back control of your life. Your future self is depending on it. Before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe, and turn on notifications for future videos. And remember, don't forget to spend time with your loved ones, because if you don't, you will regret it in the future. Until next time, stay strong.